Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Randy. Thanks for joining me here in Dad's Kitchen. Today, I want to show you a staple item. One of the things I want to do early in the channel is put these staple items here because I will be using them a lot later on down the line. So once you have these staple items, I can always direct you back to how to create this. Now, this is very simple, like 30 minutes, and you're gonna have something that can be so versatile. You could use it like all week. It's very clean, so if you're doing meal prep, things like that, it definitely comes in handy. And at the end, I am going to show you some pictures of different things I've made with this one particular item. Now, if you would, drop down, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that, hit the notification button. Please leave a comment about this particular item, if you would, or if you do it different, and go over and follow me on Instagram at Dad's Kitchen with a with a Z, sorry, D-A-D-Z Kitchen. So let's get started. Today, I am going to just basically make shredded chicken in the pressure cooker. And I have 5 basically ingredients here. Chicken, of course, carrot, celery, onions, and chicken broth. Now, I can break this down literally to 2 items, and that is chicken and chicken broth. And the reason being is a lot of times I don't like to put distinctive flavors in with my shredded chicken. So if I'm gonna make shredded chicken tacos, I can put the taco seasoning inside, but by not doing that, I can separate it and just use taco seasoning on one part. I can use Italian seasoning on another part if I'm gonna make like a chicken spaghetti or something like that. So I like to keep it as clean as possible, and these are not necessary, these extras, but I do feel like they give them a little bit of flavor. So this is quick and easy, takes about 35 minutes. So without further ado, let's get started. So at this point, all I'm gonna do is literally put a chicken breast in and lay the aromatics on top. And just cover them with the little chicken broth. Like I said, you can use water for this, especially using the aromatics. I just want to add a little bit more. So out of those 2 cups, looks like I used a little over a cup. So for 2 breasts, you probably only need about a cup. Put the lid on, lock it in place. Now I got this turned on, got the lid on. Remember, you lock that in. You want to make sure it's locked. And I'm just going to hit select. And I want to use them. You can do 20. I'm going to use about 25, so I'm going to go to 20. Hit the plus button up to 25. And you'll see the lines come across. And we're off. Now, basically what it's doing is going to pressurize. If you saw the first video that talks about how this works, right now it's just going to warm up the chicken broth, and once the steam starts to come up and creates enough pressure, it's going to lock, and you're going to see 25 come across here. Keep an eye on these. Sometimes if it's not locked all the way, the steam will come out and it just won't pressurize. So just make sure it's locked. Let it pressurize, and if you're in a hurry, you can actually quick release it, which I do here. The Instapot actually has a knob. Or you can actually just let it, if you're not in a hurry, just let it rest. So if you did this in the morning, it'd be ready when you got home, or if you got home, put it on and, did a few things that you had to do, it would, be ready when you are ready. So this is gonna take a minute, so we're not gonna sit and watch it, and we'll come back once it's done. All right, so it's been about 35 minutes. I let it decompress on its own. And like I said, there's those onions and things here, and I'm just gonna take this and bring it up. Now notice, they are still very solid, meaning they're not just falling apart. Sometimes if you go a little bit too long, they will just start to fall apart on you, and that's fine if you're gonna make a soup or something, but we want it to be a little bit firm. So as you can see, that's pretty firm. And now I have 2 forks here, and I'm just gonna start to shred this. Look at that. And it's just gonna fall apart. And like I said, it still has some texture. It hasn't gotten mushy. If you let it go too long, it'll actually get really mushy. So we're just gonna shred this chicken here. And this is 2 breasts. Look how much that is. I mean, that's at least a taco meal for 4 or more with 2 breasts, maybe even more depending on how many tacos you like. Unfortunately, I like way too many tacos, so I could probably eat this by myself. But so let's just say we're meal prepping and you weigh this out and you take 4 ounces here for a meal and 4 ounces here. You know, just like I said, just section it out. Or you can say, hey, this amount is gonna be for tacos, this amount is gonna be for chicken salad. I can make a little soup out of this, X, Y, Z. So as you can see, it's all shredded up just that fast. Now, depending on what you wanna do with it, like I said, with chicken salad, you definitely wanna let it cool. If you're just gonna put it right back in something, you don't have to let it cool. And there you go. Like I said, a really good staple to have, always have on hand, really easy, stores well, makes life a lot easy. And so, like I said, stick around. 2 things. 1, check out the pictures that I'm gonna post that's coming up with dishes that I've made out of this. And also, one last thing, after that, there's some bonus material. So make sure you stick around to see the bonus material. So here are the meals. Roll them. All those meals look pretty good, don't they? Real easy. And the thing is, stay with me, come back. Every last one of those meals you saw just now, I am going to do a recipe on those. So if you saw something you like, let me know in the comments, and the more comments I get on each one, that's the one I'll do first. Now, here is the bonus I promised you. What are we gonna do with all of this broth here? Remember, I use broth, not just straight water. So not only does it have, you know, the broth flavor and the chicken flavor, the fresh chicken flavor, plus all the vegetables, I'm actually going to not let that go to waste. So I'm going to add the rest of the broth we had left, and I'm going to add about a cup of rigatoni inside there, and just kind of stir those up. And then I am going to take, let me do it this way, it's probably a little easier. I'm actually going to take a little bit of chicken and drop in there, a little bit of our shredded chicken, just drop that in there and stir that up. Now I'm going to pop this top back on here like that. And I'm going to set this at the, I think the 8-minute mark. So that should, let me stop that. And select, it's just gonna start at 8 minutes. Lock that off. And I'm gonna let that cook for 8. Let it cool down to get our decompress again by itself. And in 20 minutes, I am gonna have a chicken soup. Just that simple. It's obviously it's not the most extravagant chicken soup, but I got the onions in there, I got carrots in there, I got celery in there. Now I have some pasta in there, and I have some chicken in there. As you can see, I made this. Now I have a meal coming up in about 20 minutes of chicken soup. So that'll be a picture of that coming up. So again, thanks for joining me. I hope you learned something today. I hope this is something that's useful for you. And again, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. And until next time, thanks for joining me here in Dad's Kitchen. Peace.